the planet, So they wouldn't go there. Those nuclear things are holding by the Third World War. Before they used to just start off anything. But whatever it is, let's prepare ourselves spiritually that in case whatever happens, at least our next stage is in a place which is spiritual, which is much better than here. And we do enjoy ourselves daily with chanting of the holy name, coming together and satsang, reading and everything like that. So we are really sheltered in that sense. We're not feeling it, but we do feel the pain of other people. So anyway, today I just want you to be thinking that whatever anarthas, evil I have in me, can Lord Ram kill that as well, and Hanumanji. Bol Siyavar Ramchandra Bhagwan ki Jai.
Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram, Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai
Siya Ram,
Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram,
Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram,
Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram,
Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram,
Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram,
Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram,
Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram,
Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram,
Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram,
Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram,
Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram,
Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram,
Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram,
Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram,
Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram,
Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram,
Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram,
Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram,
Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram,
Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram,
Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram,
Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram,
Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram,
Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram,
Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram,
Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram,
Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram,
Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram,
Jai O Siya Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram,
Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram,
Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram,
Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram. Jai Siya Ram Chandra Bhagwan ki Jai. Take a chair.
Through there. No. So Hare Krishna everybody. It's been quite a busy summer for members of this yatra. Thank you for turning up. We had a big festival also. It turned out to be a big event on Thursday. Now we're back here and back tomorrow. But it's said in the spiritual world, every step is a dance, every word is a song, and I would say every day is a festival in the spiritual world. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Shri Valmiki Ramayan ki Jai. For many years I almost avoided reading Ramayana because I was so much into Prabhupada's books, Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita. And then a few years ago, the blessings of Pundrik Maharaj, I was encouraged to start reading it again and finish it this time. And I fell in love with it. And I think also Guru Sevak is another person who loves this scripture. So perhaps he can speak tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow we're going to carry on with this theme of glorifying Sri Ram, his victory. So in a simple sense, we say things like, today is a day of a triumph of light over darkness, good over evil, truth over untruth. These words rattle out, but do we really understand what this is all about? And it becomes quite difficult to select passages. And so I've selected a few passages here which give you the depth of this scripture, the depth, the detail in the scripture, because often our scriptures, as Haridas was hinting earlier on, Hinduism, Sanatandam is portrayed as a mythological thing, out of date, fairyland. But when you actually read the scriptures, you realize, oh my God, this detail is there. My background, by the way, is scientific. I have a scientific mind, engineering degree. And for me to take to this, it's fantastic when I realize the detail which is given in here. So Hanuman has gone to Lanka, found Sita, killed a lot of the Rakshas warriors of Ravan, built a lot of Lanka, burnt most of Lanka, and then came back and is reported, I have found Sita. And having heard, and that was the end of Sundarkand, now having heard that report, they are now, the Yudh Kand is beginning with a few sections before, but this section, it's what Lord Ram does having heard Hanuman's report. And it's quite amazing. Having heard the account of Hanuman, Shri Ram of unfailing prowess who was endowed with extraordinary energy, then spoke as follows. I shall destroy without delay Lanka, the city of the redoubtable Rakshas Ravan, of which you have just spoken. I truly promise this to you. Approve of our march at this very hour, O Sugriv. The sun has reached the meridian, and departure at this hour, known by the name of Abhijit, is advisable. So he's aware astrologically what's happening, and having just heard the report, he's saying this is the opportune moment to start the march. Let the Rakshas for his part return after abducting Sita, but he cannot escape alive. Hearing of my march, Sita too will regain her lost hope of survival, even as an ailing man would on touching an immortalizing herb or quenching the drink of immortality at the close of his life. Then he's saying the constellation Uttara Falguni is actually in the ascendant today, while tomorrow the moon will be in junction with the constellation Hasta. Let us therefore march this very day, accompanied by all the troops, O Sugriv. From the omens which actually appear on my person, and which I behold, I conclude that killing Ravan, I shall bring back Sita, Janak's daughter. Twitching in the upper lip, this right eye of mine actually foretells, as it were, my victory has arrived near. So for men, when there's twitching on the right-hand side, that's auspicious. For ladies on the left-hand side, those are auspicious signs. This makes, right, no, it says here, this right eye of mine actually foretells, right, yeah, ladies other way around. Have you? Okay. Well, let's see. This means we do have to check these things. We can't blindly accept here. Okay. Warmly applauded by Sugriv, as well as Lakshman, Shri Ram, whose mind was set on piety, and who was well versed in politics, then spoke once more as follows. And now, see, this he's giving military instructions now. Let Neel, accompanied by 100,000 of agile monkeys, march at the head of this army to examine the passage. So Neel and Nal are two brothers, are very prominent in the Ramayana. So Neel is now, he's being made the commander-in-chief of this army. Not Shri Ram, not Sugriv. It's people are picked appropriately by Shri Ram. Okay. Yeah, okay. Let Neel, accompanied by one, so Neel, he's made the commander general of the army, and Nal, his brother, he was given the task of building the bridge from the southern tip of Ara to Lanka. And what was the instruction? I mean, this is just the advanced army right at the tip. It's a march at the head of this army to examine the passage, because they have to fork out the path and see there are no traps there. The enemy isn't set traps, for us. Addressing the commander-in-chief Neel, he further said, "O Neel, my generalissimo, lead the army speedily by a route full of fruits and roots, as well as of honey, and abounding in woods with the cool shade and fresh water. He's telling what the path should be like, because these soldiers need to be fed. You can't keep them hungry. They'll be weak when it comes to fighting. But what food is he mentioning here? This is so important. Falamul. Falmulavta. Falmulavta. And this word fal and mul again and again comes up in Ramayana in reference to Sri Ram going in exile. Again and again. If Sri Ram, renowned for keeping his promise, yes? He is very, what is that phrase? Ragukul Garit Chaliyai Pranjai Vachan na jai. Yeah, Vachan na jai. My promise I will not break. My life will go, but not my promise. So why people are saying that when he took the vow of 14 years eating only full fruit, mul fal, fal mul. He took that vow for 14 years. I will survive only on fal and mul, roots and fruits. Why they would then say that he was happily killing and eating deer in the forest? This is happening. But he went to the forest to keep his father's promise, and then his own words, he would not suddenly break them. He was invited by Sugriv for the rainy season, please come into my kingdom. He said, no, I've taken a vow. I'm going to stay in the cave outside the city. I cannot go into lavish apartments, accommodation. He kept his promise. So please understand this. People will try and argue to justify their own meat eating. That's why they do it. They want to justify their own meat eating. But remind them, Ram does not break his promise. And one of his promises was fruit and roots for the 14 years. So that's why I want to expand on that. Evil-minded Rakshasas might vitiate the roots, fruits, and water along this route. Remain ever vigilant on the way. Protect you these substances from them. Leaping all around the monkish shoot, find out the enemy's troops lying in ambush in ravines and thickets, in parts of the forest which are difficult to access. Any weak element in parts of the forest which are difficult of access. So, any weak element which may be found should, however, be left at this very place, Kiskinda, for this task of ours is formidable. Those troops which are endowed with prowess should be utilized in this expedition. Let the lie, when I read stuff like this, I'm thinking, in military, the soldiers, when they're being trained, this is how they're talked to. This is how they're trained to do these things. The detail is, to me, astounding, Not mythology. Not mythology. So that carries on for a while, and then I'll go to the next, jump a little bit here. Dussehra. Some people say Dussehra. It's actually made of two words combined. VK in Sanskrit Sandhini, they say. It's combining two words. Dussehra. Dussehra. So in Lord Ram can be described as coming to two people with the quality of 10 in them. One is Dashrath, and that means he can fight single-handedly 10 warriors in 10 chariots. Dashrath, he can fight simultaneously. But more than that, that's the external enemy. There's also the internal enemies. Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Matsya, and these are listed. If you go on the internet, sometimes there's different variation, but more or less you get the idea. And one of the last ones, which Lal Govind Prabhu was saying was alas, laziness. Right? So these were ascribed to Ravan. He had these inner enemies, and his 10 heads represented these inner enemies. And because his other name is Dashanand, other name, 10 heads, Dashanand. So Lord Ram came to Ravan in the form of his Kal, his Mrityu. But on the other end, Dashrath, he came as his son. Dashrath means you could have reins on the chariots, haven't you? So he's Kam, Krodh, Lobh, they were under control. So Sri Ram came to Dashrath as his child, but to Ravan as Maut, as death. Dashrath's senses were under control, Ravan's senses were not under control. Recently we had the celebration of Vamandev. And if you read about Vamandev in the 8th canto of the Bhagavatam, it's really beautiful, beautiful instructions there. And it was also nicely captured in Ramanand Sagar's Krishna series, Vamandev. And then Bali is bragging to Vamandev, you know who I am? Do you know who I am? You can ask on this one ask. On this one asking from me, I can give you everything you need for the rest of your life. You'll be satisfied for the rest of your life. And then Vamandev's answer was, who in this universe is ever completely satisfied by trying to fulfill the needs of their senses? Who in this universe is ever satisfied by fulfilling the needs of their senses? And Bali was like taken aback with that answer. Ravan, same problem. He had already conquered so many other ladies. He had defeated so many other kings and queens and demigods. He was practically ruler of the whole universe. He has so many in his palace. And yet, by listening to his sister, Surpanika, when she was annoyed, she couldn't get Ram. She came back crying, broken nose. Just by listening to her, he desired, I'm going to have her also. He had so many already, almost all the beautiful ladies of the heavenly planets, he had them all. Yet his lust got the better of him. His lust got the better of him.
Just like the owner of the Harrods.
It's Harrods, Weintraub in Hollywood, all these people, they think they are, even Trump, they think they're, what's the word, untouchable. They think they're untouchable. Do what they want. It's terrible. But we need to model our life on Sri Ram, and Sri Ram gave an unparalleled lesson to Ravan, for his action. So here and the thing is, he got his lust took him over so much. It took him over so much. Practically everybody else in this youth camp, there's a lot of counsel being given to Ravan. Good advice, all from his people. His brother Vibhishan told him. Even Kumbhakarna, when they woke him up, his other brother, they woke him up. He said the same thing. They all told him, send Sita back. They all did. A lot of his generals, they were all telling him, all of them, they were all telling him, only one of the generals, only one at one point suggested just do what you want with her. No, everybody else told him, gave him the right advice, but he just, the lust was too strong in him. You know, it's very important. When good advice is given, please listen. Please listen. Okay. So here in this section, Vibhishan is now speaking. Vibhishan is not of, and Vibhishan like Vidur Mantri in Mahabharata, same thing. They're giving advice, right advice, and not afraid to give the right advice. They were not afraid. That is their job, to give the right advice. So this between Vibhishan and Ravana, he went back and forth several times. So now finally, he's saying, having listened to the bravado of Ravan and the thundering of Kumbhakarna, Vibhishan made the following salutary and significant submission to Ravan. By whom, O king, has a huge serpent of gigantic proportions in the form of Sita. So he just drawing a picture of this serpent which has ensnared him. So, and this gigantic serpent of gigantic proportion in the form of Sita. Then he describes different parts of Sita as different parts of the snake, been tied to your neck. Let Sita, a princess of Mithila, be given back to Ram, while the monkeys who are as tall as mountain tops and have teeth and claws for their weapons have not yet invaded Lanka. Let Sita be restored to Ram, till the arrows propelled by Ram, which resemble the thunderbolt in their fury and are as swift as the wind, do not catch the heads of the foremost among the Rakshasas. Neither Kumkand, nor Indrajit, nor even Mahapara, Parshva, and Mahodar, nor Nikumb and Kumbha, nor even Atikaya are capable of withstanding Ram. O king, you shall not be spared by the arrows of Shri Ram, even though protected by the sun god or the wind god, nor if seated in the lap of Indra or death, nor if you have penetrated into the heavens or Patal. Hearing the submission of Vibhishan, Prahasta, and I think Prahasta was the commander-in-chief of Ravan's army, he replied, we do not know if there is ever any cause for fear to us from devas or even from demons, nor is there any fear to us on the field of battle from Yakshasas, Gandharvas, Nagas, nor from birds and reptiles. How then can there be any fear to us at any time on the battlefield from Ram, the son of a ruler of mortals? Hearing this bravado of Prahasta, Vibhishan, who was a well-wisher of the king and whose mind penetrated into the domain of righteousness, material prosperity, and sensuous enjoyment, immediately made following speech, which was full of great significance. So you see what's happening. This is heavy subject now, and the king is there, and there are people trying to argue from both sides, and it's intense. You can feel intensity before someone goes to war. There is intense discussion going on, and this is coming to the end of this period. And at the end of this, Ravan becomes completely disgusted with Vibhishan. This goes on back and forth, but he becomes disgusted with Vibhishan's advice, and he insults Vibhishan, really insults him badly. And you know what Vibhishan then does? No, he leaves him. Yes. Probably physically assaulted him. Yeah, probably physically assaulted him. Ravan, who was under the influence of death, addressed the following harsh words to Vibhishan, who had rendered advice which was wholesome and impregnated with meaning. But Ravan didn't get any of that. He was infatuated with Sita. Lust. And you know, in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, there is while contemplating the object of the senses, one develops lust for them. From lust, anger arises. From anger, Hayat Vishan Pumsam. Yes. Beginning of fall down. Beginning of fall down. Yeah. So you can see it in action in Ravan. Then Vibhishan is responding, rebuked in these harsh words. Vibhishan, who had spoken what is right, rose into the air. I love this description. Treta Yuga. These are not ordinary. We are Kali Yuga people. We can't do many things which human beings were capable of doing in the previous ages. Even Duryodhana, in the Mahabharata, when he was tired of fighting after so many days, he took rest where? In the lake. Underneath the lake, at the bottom of the lake, he rested for a long time. And he's a baddie. He's on the wrong side of good, isn't he? But he had that ability to do that. So we shouldn't be so proud of what we can do in Kali Yuga. It's what we are able to do in previous ages is phenomenal. So here Vibhishan finally had enough of Ravan, and everybody on that side, he saw their moth coming. He could see their moth was coming, heading in that direction. And at this point he rose in the air. Rose in the air. And he rose in the air with a mace in hand, along with 4 other Rakshasas, his ministers, Vibhishan, 4 ministers. They all 4 or 5 of them were rising in the air. Standing in space, the glorious Vibhishan, who was filled with indignation, actually addressed the following words at that moment to Ravan. You who have spoken harsh words to me, O king, are deluded. Tell me whatever you will. Being my eldest brother, you are worthy of respect to me like a father, yet you are not steadfast on the path of virtue. I therefore cannot tolerate your abusive speech, even though you are my elder. Those who have not mastered their self and have fallen under the sway of death do not heed the excellent words of wisdom uttered by a well-wisher, O Ravan. People ever given to uttering palatable words, O king, can be easily had. People to flatter you. They're easy to find because they can't. They haven't got the balls, the guts to say what needs to be said. Yeah? The people ever given to uttering palatable words, O king, can easily found. He, however, who utters and listens to words which, though unpleasant and yet conducive to one's good, is difficult to find. Yeah, difficult to find. And the advice to leaders is always make sure you have good counsel around you. People who tell you what needs to be heard. Yeah, they will speak the truth, even though it's unpalatable. I could not ignore you, held fast in the noose of death, and going to perish like a house in flames. I did not wish to see you killed by a ram with sharp arrows glowing like a flaming fire and ornamented with gold. Seized by death, even gallant and mighty men, those who are skilled in archery, fall in battle like dams of sand. Being my elder, ignore what has been said by me, wishing you well. Now protect yourself in every way as well as this city, including the Rakshasas. May prosperity attend on you. Be happy in my absence. While you are being restrained by me, as I wish you well, my warning did not find favor with you. O ranger of the night, at the hour of death, men whose life has run its course do not, as a rule, heed the solitary advice tended by their well-wishers. Addressing the before said harsh words to Ravan, Vibhishan arrived in less than an hour where Sri Ram was with Lakshman on the other side, the ocean. Hmm? What's that place? Rameshwar? Yeah. So, can you imagine the scene there? There were, four of them, Vibhishan, four ministers, just flying in the air, and they come to where Ram is. So I'll wind up slowly. So, and then what happens is that, of course, you heard earlier on how the armies were being organized in different divisions. Some who should be in the front, who would be on the sides, behind, etc. So you can imagine this camp on the bank, on the shores of the ocean. How all there's protection, So the monkeys on the edge of this encampment, they are the first to see, who are these Rakshasas, 5 Rakshasas coming in the directions. Ravan must have sent them, so that they want to capture them. They want to capture them. And then there's an exchange there with the monkeys and Vibhishan, and then they're allowed, then Ram intervenes, he allows them, Vibhishan to step forward, and then Vibhishan surrenders to Sri Ram. Vibhishan surrenders to Sri Ram. All this time he was on the side of Ravan, his elder brother. He did his best to give him good advice, just like Vidur Mantri did to Dhritarashtra. Gave him lots and lots of good advice. That was his duty, but a blind person would not listen, cannot see what was good for him. Ravan was similarly blind through his lust. So Vidur Mantri broke his tie with Dhritarashtra. Just before the battle he went. Just before the battle here, Vibhishan severed his tie with his brother, said enough is enough. And he just went over to Sri Ram's side. And then Vibhishan joins Sri Ram. Sri Ram accepts him and quietens the monkeys who are apprehensive. So, he's a spy from the other camp. He said, it's okay. He surrendered to me. Now he's ours. And then Vibhishan gives lots of advice on arrangements and security features, defense features on the other side. Yeah. And then obviously the Nal was given the task, brother of Nil. Nal was given the task of building the bridge, and then they go over. By the way, another amazing thing, another pastime here is that when they go over, they climb this mountain called Suvel, just to see Lanka city. They wanted to climb, and that Ram, Lakshman, Sugriv, Angad, they also climbed to see the defense arrangements of Lanka. While there, Ram came up to see them. Ravan came up in his palace, on top of his palace, came out to see them. And then they saw him. They saw him. That's Ravan. And Sugriv couldn't contain himself. Sugriv leapt. He just leapt and landed where Ravan was. And they stared at each other for a little while. And they had a wrestling match, a tussle. A serious wrestling match, not like you see on TV. This was trying to kill the other person. And it was long, it was tiring, so at moments they separated and get their breath back. At one point, Sugriv realized, okay, I've done enough. He taught him a little bit of a lesson, and then he went back. When it said Ravan was about to use his magic, his Mayavi tactics, he was going to use those. But just before he did, Sugriv realized this is what he's going to do, then he went back. And what does Ram then do? Tells him off. He tells him off. He says, you are a leader. What if something happened to you? The battle hasn't even started. And if you got injured or worse, this would be terrible. You as a leader should not do that. And that's the military thinking. That is, we notice how they look after their leaders, the generals, the commanders, the lieutenants, because they are carrying a lot of responsibility for the whole fight. So it's amazing. So I'll stop there. But then the whole fight happens. For 9 days they're fighting. Fighting gets more and more intense. And on the 10th day, with the help of Vibhishan, arrows are shot so that Dashanand is defeated by the son of Dashrath, Shri Ram. And that is Dussehra. Jai. Shri Ram Chandra Bhagwan ki Jai. Hare Krishna. So we'll carry on tomorrow with more.
I would like Guru Sahib to just one of the prasangs of the battle. Like when Indrajit and Raghuva.
Well, a silly question, but I can't imagine. Obviously when they're fighting and the military and the soldiers have to be really strong, how do they survive on roots and fruits and get the energy for the fighting and the expedition?
In Treta Yuga, the roots and fruits had more proteins in it.
Actually, one of the arguments we give to others, to people we're trying to convince give up meat eating, they say, but how will we remain strong? And we say, well, the gorillas are strong, elephants are strong, rhinos are strong, they're all vegetarians.
But they have supplements.
Yeah. Holland Barrett, yeah.
Best customers, the rhinos.
No,
No,
the
no,
thing is,
whatever in
they-
the forest, whatever you...
the thing is, gorillas and all that kind of stuff. I looked into this. So they eat like kilograms and kilograms of these bushes and roots and everything. And the amount of protein they eat is actually huge. That's why if you go next to a gorilla, they're absolutely ripped and huge, huge muscles. They don't eat meat at all. It's genetics, isn't it? So they, even elephants and all that, they're huge. They don't eat meat because the quantity that they eat of that ends up equating to huge amounts of nutrients and everything for them. So, yeah, that's how. It's just they would eat, like the monkeys when they came back after finding Sita. They went to Sugriva's personal garden and destroyed the whole thing, ate all of the fruits, everything like that. And then Sugriva knows, I think they've been successful because there's no way they would dare do that otherwise because they know I'd kill them. Yeah. Yeah. What did you want to hear?
Well, the battles in Indrajit and Lakshmana.
Okay. Well, Ravan himself, like, he was incredible fighter. Let's not, like, he was Jay and Vijay ultimately. So they are the gatekeepers of Vaikuntha. So when people make out that Lord Ram saying, oh, I'm going to just destroy him, it was never an easy task. And in fact, had Vibhishan not gone over to that side, it would have been markedly more difficult for them. Indrajit, they wouldn't be able to get past because no one would have known where his yajna is happening. Because Indrajit, once he does this yajna, Indrajit had done a lot of austerities to please Lord Brahma. Shukracharya had specifically seconded him and he was worshipping Nikumbala Devi to get this special siddhi. Because Indrajit is actually kind of equal to Lord Shiva in battle. Because Ravan had put all of the astrological signs in. He instructed them, you all stay in this position. I'm going to have a child. Wow. I want to make him as powerful as Lord Shiva in battle. So he had done this and told all of them. At the last second, Shanidev moved. And Shanidev moved and Indrajit was born at that point. And that's why Ravan chopped Shanidev's leg. That's why he limps. Because Ravan did this to him. And that small weakness in Indrajit's chart left something open for him to be able to be destroyed. Otherwise, Ravan had desired a child equal to Lord Shiva. Because otherwise, Ravan had gone around testing his might, you've read this, against everyone else. So he went to Kartavirya Arjun and Kartavya Arjun just demolished him. He stopped the flow of the river, Ravan did, and Kartavya was like, who is this? And immediately he captured him and just completely like demolished him and kept him prisoner. And Pulastimuni had to come, his grandfather, and say, hey, let him go, that's my grandson. Then he went to Bali Maharaj to try and conquer him. Because remember, the demons themselves all don't get on with each other. They even, you think, when everyone thinks like this, when you have an enemy that's a group of people, you think, oh, they must all be together. No, the demons weren't together themselves. Amongst themselves, they were trying to figure out who's the best. So he went to Bali Maharaj to try and conquer him. He found his way in the stables, and Bali Maharaj's children tied him up with the horses, and he couldn't escape. That's Bali. So he went to Sutalok. So when we mention that, like even Bali Maharaj, when he fought Indra directly, Bali Maharaj is so powerful, he was able to defeat Indra in battle. Now, Indra is not easy to be defeated. In fact, Vali and Sugriv are the incarnations, correct me if I'm wrong, of Indra and Surya. Yeah. Indra became Vali, and Surya Dev became Sugriv. And Indra Dev is so powerful. If it had been Vali, I was thinking when you were saying that prasang, if it had been Vali that jumped over to Lanka to fight, he would have captured Ravan immediately. Because he tried to go to Vali, when he was doing his prayers, he literally grabbed him, put him under his armpit, and for 6 months was doing his puja with Ravan under his armpit. And then again, he had to, Pulastimuni had to come again and rescue him. But Ravan over everyone else was super powerful. He had basically, even Lanka, because Mataji was giving this katha the other day, she was saying, where was Kuvir's capital? Kuvir actually got given Lanka, I think, because he managed to get it. And then Ravan, being a half-brother of Kuvir, went there and said, oh, what have you come for? He goes, I want Lanka from you. And Kuvir's like, it was mine, I've just got it. He goes, no, I want it. Because it's a golden city, isn't it? Where would Ravan get a gold city? You'd think Kuvir would have a golden city. It was Kuvir's. So he took Lanka as well, and he went out to conquer all of the demigods. So we had Indrajit. Indrajit had done this yajna to Nikumbala Devi, and the Brahma Deva appeared and said, I'll give you a chariot, a quiver, and a bow and arrow. Whenever you do this particular yajna before battle and go into battle, you're invincible. No one can kill you. So all the battles that he did with Lakshman before the last one, he'd always gone with that chariot. So Lakshman just couldn't defeat him. So Vibhishan told him, he said, look, if you want to kill Indrajit, you got to interrupt that yajna. So that's why you see in Ramanand Sagar thing, Vibhishan, it's a Gupta location, it's hidden. Without Vibhishan, they would never have known. When we went there, then, on one hand, Indrajit is trying to do the yajna, and the monkeys are coming in, disturbing him. With the other hand, he's fighting them. With the other hand, he's doing swaha. That's how amazing he is. And then the demons, the monkeys eventually get a huge water that was there and just pour it onto the fire sacrifice. And then he's like, oh, forget this. And he gets up, and that's when Indrajit starts to use all his divine weapons. Because before that, he wasn't. He was just using mystic arts to vanish, because he would make himself invisible, then go into the clouds and just shoot. And many times, Indrajit did a lot more damage than Ravan did. And the reason he's called Indrajit is because Ravan went to fight Indra, and Indra is very, very powerful. When he's got a Vajra in his hand, he's practically invincible. And so Ravan's fighting Indra from the front. Meghanath, Indrajit, comes from behind and starts shooting arrows in such ferocity towards Indra. Indra becomes unconscious. And they tie him up, and Ravan and Indrajit, Ravan blesses him, say, yes, you've done really well, let's take him. So quickly, the demigods go to Lord Brahma and say, hey, they're taking Indra, we'll be finished. So Lord Brahma quickly appears, and he goes, okay, you've proved you're more powerful, give Indra back. And then Lord Brahma gives him the name, you'll be called Indrajit from now forward, that you've conquered even Indra. So in battle, mainly Ravan was confident that Indrajit would win. Everyone else, because Karan Dushan had already been killed, Lord Ram fought them single-handedly. There's Dussehra who could fight someone on 10 raths. Then there's the Maharathis that can fight 1,000. Lord Ram fought so many Akshohinis by himself, one person. And he just defeated all of them. And not firing just one arrow just to kill all of them. Yeah, famous arrow. He was firing millions of arrows at the same time. Such speed, such incredible. It was like, oh my God. So they knew, Ravan knew, oh God, Lord Ram must be something good, must be something big. But he had faith in the Jeet will be there. And he had all these generals and stuff, and he had his fort and everything like that. So he would send out his warriors like one at a time. I always wonder, like, just send them all out. Why sacrifice one at a time? But he was so confident in their success. But remember, many of those demons in their former lives were mega fighters. So Madhu and Ketab, who had been in previous age, only Lord Vishnu killed them by rubbing them in between his thighs. No one else, Madhu and Ketab, these big demons, that's where the Lord got the name Madhusudan from. That they were defeating all the demigods, and then Lord Vishnu went to them, and the demigods said, look, we can't kill him. What can you do? So Lord Vishnu went to them and asked them for a boon. He goes, Madhu and Ketab, can I have a boon from you? They were like, Tatastu, we'll give you whatever you want. Lord Vishnu said, how do I kill you? And they go, well, the secret is if you squash us between your thighs. So Lord Vishnu grew really big and then just squashed them. So this Madhu and Ketab were born as, I think, Atike and one of the other generals of Ravan. So these are like mega warriors in there. So Ravan ultimately, he knew he couldn't beat Lord Ram because on the first day, when one of his children got killed, I can't remember the name of the child, he sent one of his sons out as the commander and he got killed. Ravan got so annoyed, he himself went onto the battlefield. And very quickly, Lord Ram smashed his bow, smacked his chariot thing, the flag, crippled his whole chariot, destroyed all of his weapons. And Ravan's just standing there like, what just happened? And he goes, I don't kill an unarmed person. Go back in, I'll fight you some other day. And Ravan said to his councils, he said, I've fought Lord Vishnu, I've fought Lord Shiva. He goes, and he's got Divya Drishti, Ravan has. He's not just a normal person. He goes, with Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu, when they pick their bow up and they pull the string back, I can see the arrow in flight. He goes, with Ram, when he picks up his hand and pulls his thing back, he lets go and it's already hit me. He goes, I can't see it. He goes, he's too fast. He goes, the speed which he fights, I can't do anything. I'm defenseless. So he knew from the first day he was going to get beaten. So Lord Ram is so powerful, but the Leela is such, the Lord wants a bit of a fight. It's just too easy. Like it is. I was listening to Brahma Vimohan Leela today, and Lord Brahma was saying that Lord Krishna, when he expanded into all these Vishnus, he was saying that all those Vishnus had loads of Brahmas and Shivas and all the others doing kirtan around them. And also Brahma said he himself was in doing kirtan around them. Not just other Brahmas, him. He was also there. And he was like, wow. And he said the Lord is so powerful, he doesn't need anyone's help to do any of his leelas. But just to give the devotees something to concentrate on, he comes and does this. Otherwise, no one's powerful enough to put any difficulty in the Lord's leela. No one's powerful enough the Lord can't just kill them just like that. So the Lord does all these wonderful things so we can sit and talk about it. And the Lord says, when the devotees are talking about my pastimes, the Lord actually comes in the devotees' hearts and gets rid of all of the darkness of their hearts. So Lord Ram's quality and characteristics, it shows you that one thing that I've always learned from it is if you're a good person, you shouldn't be a weak person. People think, oh, if I'm a good person, I'm very meek, very humble. Lord Ram was very meek, very humble. And when it came to fighting, everyone's afraid of him. Same with Arjun. Same with Arjun, same with Bhim, same with Bhishma Dev. All of these people were pure devotees. Even Prahlad Maharaj. Everyone knows him as a 5-year-old boy. When he grew up, the Gandharvas, I think, killed his elder brother. One of Prahlad Maharaj's elder brothers got killed by the Gandharvas. Prahlad Maharaj started fighting against the Gandharvas and was wiping them out like anything. Lord Brahma had to come and say, can you stop? Because you're going to wipe the whole race out. And that's Prahlad Maharaj. So you can see devotees, even though they have humility, it's not from lack of strength, knowledge, wisdom, all that, those kind of things. And our Guru Maharaj always used to like Lord Rama's pastimes, and he used to call us Hanuman Sena when we were young. He goes, Pandav Sena is there. He goes, you're Hanuman Sena. So we got Hanumanji here. So, Jai Shri Ramchandra ki Jai.
Yeah. Can I just say that today also the disciplines anniversary of His Holiness Bhakti Swarup Damodar Swami. I should have mentioned earlier. In ISKCON, we are very, very fortunate that Prabhupada started this incredible movement and inspired many people to take up Krishna consciousness, and so many of them are wonderful preachers and gurus in their own right. And some of them we've already lost, you know. And one of them is the guru of our head pujari, Pranama Prabhu. Today it's his discipline's anniversary. Hare Krishna.
So should we do that? Yani, do Yani or something?
Jayanilo, Prema Dana.
So Darshana, can we do it? Yeah. So then. Can we have the words on the? Hello, can you put the words?
You? Yes, I think so. That is there.
So, but rather we sing Sri Guru. Yeah. Let's say this one disappear and then we'll be on.
Inside on the amp, put it to max.
Why you do that for? Do it with your hand. जय श्री श्री सचनिताय चांद की. That's gone quiet. Hari Hari. Hari Hari. Jaya Nilo Prema Dhana Karuna Pracho. The other way. Oh, the other way. Jaya Nilo Prema Jaya Nilo Prema Dhana Karuna Pracho. हे नो प्रभु खोथा गेला आचार्य था को
Eno Prabhu Kota Gela Acharya Thakur.
हे नो प्रभु
Aja.
खोथा गेला आचार्य था
Eno Prabhu Kota Gela Acharya Thakur.
कहा मोरा सनातन
कहाँ मोरा स्वरूप रूपन कहाँ सनातन
कह दास रघुनाथ पतित पावन
कहाँ दासा रघुनाथ पतित पावन
कह दास रघुनाथ पतित पावन
कहाँ दासा रघुनाथ पतित पावन
कह मोर भट जुग कह कबीरा
कहाँ मोरा बट जुगा कहाँ कबीरा
एक काले खुथा गेला गौर लठरा
एक काले कोटा गेला गौरा नटरा
जया नीलो प्रेम धना करुणा प्राचो
जय अनिलो प्रेमादान करुणा प्राचु
जया नीलो प्रेमादान करुणा प्राचो
जय अनिलो प्रेमादान करुणा प्राचु
पासने को टिबो माता आनले पसीबो
पाशाने खुटिबो माठा आनले पसीबो
गौरंग गो लेरो निधि खोचा गेले पाभो
गौरंगा गुनेरा निधि कोठा गेले पावो
से सभ संगेर संगे जय खोइलो बिला
से सब संगीरा संगे जे कोई लो बिला
से संगना पाया कांदे नारोताम da
Se sangana paya kande Narottamada
Se sangana paya kande Narottamada
Se sangana paya kande Narottamada
Jaya Nilo Prema Jana Karuna Pracho
Jaya Nilo Premadana Karuna Prachu
Hello Prabhu Khota Gela Acharya Thakur Khota
Gela Acharya Thakur
Jayo Vaishnav Thakur Vaishnav Thakur Vaishnav Thakur Jayo Vaishnav Thakur
Jaya Vaishnav Thakur Jaya Vaishnav Thakur Jaya Vaishnav Thakur Jaya Vaishnav Thakur
Jayo Vaishnav Thakur Jayo Vaishnav Thakur Jayo Vaishnav Thakur Jayo Vaishnav Thakur
Jayo Vaishnav Thakur Jayo Vaishnav Thakur Jayo Vaishnav Thakur Jayo Vaishnav Thakur
Jayo Prabhupada
Jai
Prabhupada Prabhupada Jayo Prabhupada
Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada
Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada
Jayo Shripad Maharaj Jayo Shripad Maharaj Jayo Shripad Maharaj Jayo Shripad Maharaj
Jayo Shripad Maharaj Jaya Shripad Maharaj Jaya Shripad Maharaj Jaya Shripad
Jayo Jayo Gurudev
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 Gurudev Jayo Jayo Gurudev
Jaya Jaya Gurudev
Gurudev Gurudev Jaya Jaya Gurudev
Nithai Gaura Haribo
Nithai Gaur
Haribo
Nithai Gaur
Haribo Nithai Gaura Haribo
Nithai Gaur Haribo 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 Nithai Gaur Haribo
Nithai Gaura Haribo
Nithai Gaur
Hari
Nithai Gaur
Haribo Gaura Haribo
Nithai Gaur Haribo 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 Nithai Gaur Haribo
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Nitai Go, Nitai Go, Nitai Go, Nitai Go.
Nitai Gaur, Nitai Gaur, Nitai Gaur, Nitai Gaur.
श्री वैष्णव ठाकुर की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, श्रीपाद महाराज की जय। थाय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि ओम।
The translation: He who brought the treasure of divine love and who was filled with compassion and mercy, where has such a personality as Advaita Acharya gone? Where are my Swarup Damodar and Rupa Goswami? Where is Sanatan? Where is Raghunath Das, the savior of the fallen? Where are my Raghunath Bhatt and Gopal Bhatt? And where is Krishnadas Kaviraj? Where did Lord Gauranga, the great dancer, suddenly go? I will smash my head against the rock and enter into the fire. Where will I find Lord Gauranga, the reservoir of all wonderful qualities? Being unable to obtain the association of Lord Gauranga, accompanied by all these devotees, in whose association he performed his pastimes, Narottam Das simply weeps. Jaya.
So now we'll get up and do the arti, and then that'll conclude the program. So, you're going to do the arti?
Shri Guru Charana Padama Kevalabo Kati Sadama Bando moi sabodano mote jaharo prasade boy e baba toriya Krishna prapti hoye aha hoite Krishna prapti hoya hoite Guru Mukha Padma Vakha Chitete Koriya Ko আর না করি মানে আশা শ্রী গুরু চরণে রতি এই সেই উত্তম গতি যে প্রসাদে পুরে সর্ব আশা যে প্রসাদে পরে সর্ব আশা ও চক্ষুদান দিল এই জন্মে জন্মে প্রভু সয় চক্ষুদান দিল এই জন্মে জন্মে প্রভু সয় দিব্য জ্ঞানরে প্রকাশিত প্রেম ভক্তি আহা হইতে অবিদ্যা বিনাশয়তে বেদ গায় আহারা চরিত বেদ গায় আহারা চরিত ও শ্রী গুরু করুণা সিন্ধু আদম জনার বন্ধু শ্রী গুরু করুণা সিন্ধু আদম জনার বন্ধু লোকনাথ লোকের জীবন বল লোকনাথ লোকের জীবন ও হা হা প্রভু কর দয়া হবরে পাধ ছায় বল হা হা প্রভু কর দয়া হবরে পাদ ছায় ওই বয়াস ঘুষতি ভবানা তুই পাদে লেলা শরণ শিলা প্রভু পাপতি দে পবানা শ্রী গুরুদেব পতি দে পবানা Jai O Vaishnav Thakur, Vaishnav Thakur, Vaishnav Thakur, Jai O Vaishnav Thakur. Jai O Vaishnav Thakur, Vaishnav Thakur, Vaishnav Thakur, Jai O Vaishnav Thakur. Jai O Prabhupada, 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 Jai Jai Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Oh Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
नमो विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोदि वांगेस भक्त स्वरूप दामोदर महाराज की जय, श्रीपाद महाराज की जय, ताई गौर प्रेमानंदे।
पूरा बोलना है
पूरा बोल के एक बार ये जो गुरु का मंत्र होगा ये करेंगे, आप ज्ञान से एंड तक ले जाइए, महामंत्र तक।
जय हो। ओम अज्ञाना तिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जन शलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदाम्यहं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीयुत पदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश श्रीरूपं सग्रजातं सगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजना सहितं श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्ण पादान् सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं। अरे बोल दे यार। या श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान सहगना ललिता श्री विशाखा नितांसम। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिकाकांत राधाकांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानु सुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्प तरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पापनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। आप अपना गुरु महाराज का बोलो।
नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति स्वरूपा दामोदरा स्वामिन् इति नामिने नामसा भक्तमनये मणिपुरी उद्भवाय च प्रभुपदाला असद्वाणी प्रचारा निरतायते इदं नमः ओं विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांता स्वामिन् इति नामिने नामस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे इदं पुष्पांजलि समर्पयामि। जय की जय 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 इदं नमः ओं विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिस्वरूपा दामोदर स्वामिनिति नामिने नामसा भक्तमनये मणिपुरी उद्भवाय च प्रभुपदारा रसध्वानी प्रचारा निरतायते नमः ओं इदं पुष्पांजलि समर्पयामि। जय की जय महाराज की जय हो की जय। नमः ओं विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिस्वरूपा दामोदर स्वामिनिति नामिने नामसा भक्तमनये मणिपुरी उद्भवाय च प्रभुपदारा असद्वानी प्रचारा निरतायते इदं पुष्पांजलि समर्पयामि। जय हो जय की जय।
Vaishnav Thakur Jaya, Vaishnav Thakur Jaya, Thakur Jaya, Vaishnav Thakur, Vaishnav Thakur Jaya. Gurudev, 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 Gurudev. Gurudev, 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 Gurudev.
रघुनंदन राघव राम हरे सिया राम हरे सिया राम हरे। हे रघुनंदन राघव राम हरे सिया राम हरे सिया राम हरे। सिया राम हरे सिया राम हरे सिया राम हरे सिया राम हरे। ओ श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम। ओ श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम। ओ श्री राम जय जय राम। ओ श्री राम जय जय राम। Oh Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Oh Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Oh Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Oh Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Ramachandra.
Can we all pick them up? Come on, children. Come on, pick them up. Well, we'll get involved with it. It's offering. Put them in this thing. So Tatiksha, keep saying, Mahamashali go in there. Repeat after.
One minute. So just a reminder to please, tomorrow is Ekadashi. Please do not eat grains, beans, legumes, etc. But we are having Goranga Cafe, Ekadashi pizzas, and I think other few nice items they're preparing for tomorrow. Yes, we work miracles here. Ekadashi pizzas tomorrow in Goranga Cafe. Hare Krishna. Okay, Tidiksha.
When does the Karthik start?
Karthik, for me, I always do Ekadashi. For me, the 4th month is tomorrow. It will start tomorrow. But most people, I think, go for Purnima, which is just 5 days later. 5 days later. So maybe Thursday or Friday starting. And it's the 4th month of Chaturmasya fast, Urudal, fasting from Urudal for 1 month. Hare Krishna.
Shade Govinde Nam Brahmane Vaishnave Salpanyavatan Rajam Vishwasane Vijayate Sariri Vidyajay Janendriyatayaka Jiva Phale Vishesagare Tarmati Jivayati Lokamoy Sitamati Kaka Jaya Kartina Sansare Krishna Paradoyamoy Jori Bala Jiva Joy Sarpasad Nilabhai Shri Ramita Pavo Radha Krishna Kanaka Premada Ko Chaitanya Nitai Jai Nimai Jai Nitai Krishna Prasadam Ki Jai.
Because that got me, I was like, Dussehra, like, that doesn't make sense. Why does it take not 10 days to get back? Yes, it would have gone straight, yeah. That would have, 1 day makes sense more than 10 days.
Yeah, 10 days would be like, the question is he's flying. How long is it? The battle only took like 10 days.
Yeah, so why is it
like,
taking 10 days to get back? It might be two stuff. Because Valmiki one, I think, says Dussehra is the biggest. You know the condensed, you see the condensed version. No, look, if you think about it, if you do every chapter, no one's going to come to every chapter. Let's be honest.
I know, but they will, because that's not really popular. People reading a chapter at a time. Chapter's not that long.
No, but still, people don't. People are telling you, people are going to come for the last one. Come for the last two. If you do condensed version,